Hello football fans and welcome back to Footy Today, where we bring you the top trending football news stories from the past 24 hours in a quick and short bite-sized format. We're going to go over 4 big stories that were making the rounds. How true they are is another question, but they are certainly interesting. They are: Sheikh Jassim, who was bidding against Sir Jim Ratcliffe, is still willing to take over Manchester United. The 2034 World Cup is going to be held in Saudi Arabia and we'll explain why. Chelsea have tabled £70 million for Barcelona star RAPHINHA, and Tottenham are in talks to sign a replacement for Mickey van der Ven. Now, if you're interested in reading the full news articles to any of these stories, then the links to them will be in the description below. Before we dive into these stories, please do hit the like button, as the more likes the video gets, the more YouTube pushes this video out to other viewers, which helps a small channel like us out a great deal. Subscribe if you haven't already and hit that bell notification icon so you won't miss an update from us. Okay, let's begin. Sheikh Jassim may still pursue ownership of Manchester United after his ambitious 2023 bid fell short, according to MailOnline. The Qatari businessman, who withdrew in October, remains attentive to developments at Old Trafford and reportedly hasn't abandoned his plans. In his initial bid, Sheikh Jassim proposed a bold 3-day transformation of the club. Day 1 would announce the takeover. Day 2 would erase the club's debts and delist it from the New York Stock Exchange, and Day 3 would unveil fully funded plans for a state-of-the-art 90,000 to 100,000 capacity stadium in Manchester. The Glazers rejected his £5 billion offer, leaving him scarred by the process. However, sources close to Sheikh Jassim suggest his passion for the club is undeterred. He still is a wealthy United fan. If the chance to buy the whole club arises again, he'll be ready. Meanwhile, Manchester United faces turmoil under Sir Jim Ratcliffe's partial ownership. His cost-cutting measures, including 250 job cuts and dissatisfaction with recent hires like sporting director Dan Ashworth, have drawn criticism. The club's poor form under Ruben Amorim, currently 13th in the Premier League, has only amplified calls for change. Sheikh Jassim's vision remains a tantalising prospect for fans yearning for a brighter future. Saudi Arabia has been confirmed as the host of the 2034 FIFA World Cup, sparking controversy as it was the only nation to bid. Critics accuse FIFA of bending the rules to ensure an unchallenged path for Saudi Arabia, raising questions about the organisation's decision-making. The controversy stems from changes FIFA made to streamline Saudi Arabia's bid. Rules requiring 7 stadiums with a minimum capacity of 40,000 was reduced to 4, and the bidding process for 2034 was shortened to just 25 days, leaving other nations little time to prepare rival bids. The 2030 World Cup decision also played a role. Awarded to Spain, Portugal and Morocco, with opening matches in Uruguay, Argentina and Paraguay to honour the tournament centenary, it eliminated Europe, Africa and South America from hosting the next edition. This left only nations from Asia and Oceania eligible, paving the way for Saudi Arabia to proceed unopposed. Other potential bids, such as a joint effort by Australia and Southeastern Asian nations, never materialised, with Australia ultimately abandoning plans after exploring partnerships with New Zealand and other neighbours. Saudi Arabia's selection has also drawn criticism from human rights concerns and the potential for another Winter World Cup, with January 2034 currently set as a holding date. This will mark the 3rd World Cup in Asia, following tournaments in Japan, South Korea and Qatar. Their decision further fuels debate over FIFA's transparency and priorities, with Saudi Arabia's hosting seen as another example of growing influence of wealth in global football. Chelsea have reportedly submitted a £70 million bid for Barcelona's informed winger RAPHINHA, but the Catalan club has made it clear they won't negotiate for less than £82 million. The Brazilian has been sensational this season, netting 17 goals, his best ever tally, and providing 10 assists across all competitions. Currently second in La Liga's top scorer list, RAPHINHA has become a sought-after talent. Chelsea's interest stems from the desire to pair RAPHINHA with standout performer Cole Palmer. However, Barcelona, citing both the player's importance and their financial needs, insist on €100 million or £82 million price tag. So where would RAPHINHA fit at Chelsea? RAPHINHA's versatility allows him to play as a right winger, left winger or attacking midfielder. At Chelsea, the number 10 role is firmly held by Palmer, who has been thriving. This would likely see RAPHINHA deployed on the right wing, with Pedro Neto, who excels on the left, completing a dynamic partnership. With negotiations heating up, Chelsea will need to decide whether RAPHINHA is worth meeting Barcelona's higher asking price. Tottenham Hotspur are reportedly in talks to sign South American defender Omar Alderete as a potential replacement for Mickey van der Ven, whose reoccurring injuries have left Ange Postecoglou searching for defensive reinforcements. Van der Ven, signed from Wolfsburg last summer, quickly impressed with his pace and ability to support Tottenham's high defensive line. However, a hamstring injury against Chelsea last November derailed Spurs' unbeaten run and contributed to their slide down the table. Since joining, the Dutchman has missed 15 games through injury, testing Postecoglou's patience. Alderete, a versatile 27-year-old currently playing for Getafe, could fill the gap. Capable of operating centrally or as a left-back, the Paraguayan would bring much-needed physicality and experience to a defence that has struggled this season. Christian Romero's inconsistent performances and limited options like Radu Drukarzen and Ben Davies have exposed the frailties of Spurs' backline. Tottenham's defensive issues go beyond personnel. Postecoglou's attacking style often leaves the defence exposed, with fullbacks pushing forward and Yves Bissouma struggling in a deeper midfield role. Critics argue that Spurs need not just reinforcements but a leader to anchor the defence and address the flaws in their system. With Alderete valued at just €5 million according to Transfermarkt, he represents an affordable solution. As Spurs prepare to face Southampton this weekend, all eyes will be on whether Postecoglou's side can regain the defensive footing. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, do hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and do leave a comment below with your thoughts on these stories. And why not check out our previous videos where we go over the biggest daily stories in a quick short format. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time with more football news and updates.